Hello, welcome to another episode of Boardgame. This episode we're going to take a look at Memoir 44. This is the core game by Days of Wonder. There are a myriad, and I mean a myriad of expansion packs, and I don't at this point own any of those, but when I do I'll update the channel and add reviews of those. But at the moment it's the Richard Borg Memoir 44 core rules, the World War II game. So let's set the board up in usual Lord Spudge time sped up fashion, and then show you how the game works, and we'll get to our thoughts at the end of this review. Okay, let's get on with the show. So here we have Memoir 44 set out. Now I've just put some scenery and some troops down to show you a quick example. These scenery cards here, as you can see, villages, I'll put that down as a village, rivers, hedgerows, and forest is on here somewhere. There we go, forest. And they just help you mark out various bits of scenery. But the book itself, the rule book here, comes with quite a big collection of, look at that, that's the Overlord version, like that's a expansion pack that makes it more players. Anyway, like quite a few scenarios, and each scenario will tell you how to set it up. So this board here is double-sided. So one side is sea and beach, so you could do sword beach, and the other side, as you can see here, is forest. So you can set up a forest battle there, grass battle there. And this Pegasus Bridge battle, scenario number 1. At the front of the book, it will show you how to set the board up, and there's coloured text for each section here that essentially shows you how to set that scenario up. So you work through it until everything's set up, and it'll even tell you special rules for that scenario. And then during the game, each person gets a action. So it'll normally tell you who goes first. And then each person will have in there, this is like a rack thing, which I've not set up, but it's here. And this you can set up, and it holds your cards so the opponent can't see you. Each person gets a set of these command cards. And this is where the genius of the game lies. Rather than just randomly moving stuff like a miniatures game, you essentially got commands coming from HQ, and you'll have one of these that you can spend each round. Sometimes you get more than one back depending on the scenario, but essentially you pick a command, and there'll be things like ambush, so this one here, when somebody declares close combat. So close combat would be when they're next to each other. So if these allies attack these German infantry here, that's close tech, they automatically get an attack back. And then you've got, here's a more typical one. So this says attack, and you can issue an order up to 2 units on the right flank. Now look carefully at the board here, and you can see there's dotted lines there and dotted lines up here at the top, and that splits into left, middle, right, or the opposite way around if you're the German player, for example here. This is marked as the German things there. You can order, you can order 3 units on the right flank. Now there are no allied or Axis units on the right flank here. So this card I couldn't use at this time. This is where the tension comes in the game. And again, we've got a right flank. Here though, Recon in Force, this lets you give one order to 1 unit in each section. So you could move, these guys could move 1 and battle anything that's in range. We'll deal with that in a minute. Or they could move 2. Now even if they move 1, this gets them in this line here. They can either count as being in the middle section or the left flank for scenarios here. And that's it. And then an order, is 1 movement, and a battle or 2 movements for infantry. The rules are different for tanks. They get different rules, and artillery, for example. But the units essentially all move and battle or double move. And then let's get the dice out. So it comes to these dice. Each player will get. There's also the bridge tokens that you use for maps like Pegasus Bridge are in here. Anyway, each person will get 4 dice. And so let's go through a mock battle. So I'm going to just move these here. Let's say it's the Allies' turn, so this unit moves here and then battles. You work out the range. These attack with 3. You take 1 dice for each square away, so it's 3, 2. So you take 2 of these dice and you roll them. And on that symbol, any infantry is dead. So the German player would simply take 1 off. And on that symbol, that damages artillery, infantry or tanks. That's a grenade. So we take another 1 off. And then a German player, let's say in his turn, he moves 1 forward. Now this is a close assault. So we count again, 3. So this time he'd roll 3. And there, he's got a flag. So he takes 2 of the allies off. And a flag. And then that's it. And the retreat 1 puts you 1 back, pushes them 1 back for each flag you've got. And the game goes on like that, really. It's all down to these command cards. That's what makes it. Anyway, that's the basic overview of the game. So let's have a quick wrap up and see what I think of the game. So there we have it. Memoir 44, the World War II combat game by Richard Borg and Days of Wonder. I have to say, this game is excellent. The card mechanics that let you do manoeuvres turned this from a long-winded miniatures game into a tense battle game. The games I've played, I've wanted to go up the middle, just haven't had any cards, I've had to work what I get, outflank my opponents, that kind of thing. It really makes you think. Those command cards make this game. The miniatures are gorgeous, they're well cast. Even the German tanks look more like German tanks, and the Allied tanks do look like Tommy Cookers, as the Jerrys will call them. The artillery pieces are a little bit fiddly, and the insert of the case, which I took out, it's a bit tight to try and fit stuff in that, really, to be honest. So I took everything out and bagged it up, and it fits in a lot better. Are there any minor complaints? The rest of the game, as far as I can tell, it's a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. It just plays well. The dice rolling aspect works really well. It's a great game, and if you don't own it and you like World War II games or you like strategy games, 2-player strategy games, you can actually expand this with expansion packs to more than a 2-player game, or you could just play team games of the basic game if you wanted to. Anyway, that's Memoir 44, a properly good game, and I look forward to playing it many more times and getting some expansion packs for it. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned for more reviews soon. Bye.